All right, and we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for the second map. This one is going to be against the University of Windsor, or as also known in the community as UWin. I know some people don't know the full name, so if you don't, it's UWin, University of Windsor, same thing. They are, if I remember correctly, they're a Canadian school. They were a champions team last semester, and they are currently playing against LVC. I would imagine that would mean they're very likely going to be moved down into challengers. First band going to come in from UWin, going to be, or sorry, yeah, the first band comes in from UWin, and it's going to be a Maverick. And then we'll see LVC ban the Jackal. Standard ban, at least for the Jackal. I know that other ban kind of varies a little bit. Valk, once again, banned by LVC. They definitely do not like having this operator in. We saw it banned in the last map. We see it banned a lot by LVC. The cams are obviously a huge piece of utility, so
They don't usually play Valk, so that comes into play. Like, just the fact that they're not playing that operator means that they should, like, it's a very useful operator to have, but if they're not going to play it, they should ban it. They are going to ban Capcan, though, as their other choice. I don't think we saw LVC play Capcan at all last
we
match, so
didn't.
that's a little bit interesting, but I'm sure from the
Obviously,
sounds of it, they were a little disappointed for this map.
obviously you win as well. Probably not being able to see a lot of. I think we unpublished our VODs for R6, so they likely wouldn't have much information on this LVC team, and everyone just picked an operator within the first 2 seconds of the pick. So
That was very quick.
I've never seen it go that quickly. But as you can see on your screen there, well, not anymore, but as you could see on your screen there for a second, the picks and ban or the picks for the operators.
It does
Both
look like
sides.
their first choice for the site is going to be CCTV/cache. A common first pick. Another one we usually see is basement. Um, it looks like they're having some problems with game sound over here in chat. Or it might be us.
Yeah, we are going to have to reset up the lobby, so we will quick do that. So,
Boop.
yeah, well, my pause menu is broken, so never mind. There we go. All right, so we will have to rehost real quick. We'll get everyone back into the lobby real quick.
As quick as
Hello,
possible.
Dave. Well, we will throw it over to a break real quick as we figure this out because I know there's a bunch of settings we have to go through. So we'll be right back as we get all the settings set up. All right, and we are back here. We are ready to start the, or not quite ready, but we are about to be ready to start the map. Is just waiting on two more of the UN players to hop on into the lobby. Actually, now there's one more, and
Hopefully it'll go a little bit better
yeah,
this
hopefully we don't
this
have to
time.
rehost again. We have the whole lobby set up, just waiting for these last two players to join in. LVC going to be starting on the attack, and you win going to be on the defensive side to begin things off. This is what we saw on the last map as well. LVC was able to take that 7-3, so we'll see if LVC can pull out a similar result. But as I had mentioned before, University of Windsor was a champions team last semester. LVC was in challengers. The way it works for NECC is they have different divisions. So the top level is Legends. Legends is only for R6. For every other game, it's the top is Champions, but for R6, it's Legends, Champions, Challengers, Emergence, Navigators. And LVC was placed into that Challengers division, so kind of the middle ground, as there's two below it, two above. And you win in the division above them. So the reason that there's legends for Rainbow Six is because they don't have the regional divisions within the overall grouping. So it's just legends, champions, challengers, emergence, navigators, and in other games, in literally every other game, it is say you're in challengers. Our Valorant team last semester was in like Challengers Gulf Coast. There's also like Challengers Northeast, Southeast, stuff like that. So R6 is the only one that doesn't have that. I believe it's just because there's not enough teams, especially based on location. There's not enough teams to kind of split them up like that. So unfortunately, they have to just have one overall division. So I'd imagine it makes moving the teams up and down the divisions a bit easier as well between semesters, as you can get a bit of a better gauge because there's not a massive pool of teams to go through. Like in Valorant, I think there was like 10, 12 Challengers divisions alone, and they still had to go through Champions, Emergents, and Navigators as well. So
We are still waiting on one last player from UWin. Fortunately, everyone from LVC managed to join. I, I'm going to take a wild guess and say we're having some invite issues, but
again, unfortunately,
that that's a
it's
average day on Siege.
I wouldn't know. I don't play this game at all, so we will hopefully get into it soon. Though, as we're waiting just to get into this game. Just one more player. Hopefully, they join it back soon. Kind of speaking of activation in general, last week LVC had played without their captain, Mr. Davis TV, or as he is in game right now, Davies.LVC. I would assume he's keeping that as his name the rest of the semester, but I could be wrong. I don't know. They were without him, and they played with their substitute, which is actually me, and that was a bit unfortunate. We ended up losing in map 1 to Arcadia on border 7-5.
It's a
And
pretty
we
close
lost.
match, though.
It was, and we lost the second map to, I forget the team, Central Methodist University. We lost the second map on Oregon, which was also a 7-5. So, two good maps, two decent maps, I should say, out of the team. That was besides myself, obviously. Is like I said, I'm not even a keyboard player. I mean, I play keyboard for 6, obviously, because it's required by NECC. But like, I come from, at least in esports, I come from Call of Duty, so that's a controller only esport. So not that I haven't played mouse and keyboard games before, but like
You play a little, you dabble in a little Valorant every now and then.
not a lot, but a little bit. So I come from like the console and just recently transitioned to PC esports, so I'm not insanely used to like the keyboard and mouse thing. I'm still kind of adjusting, but kind of not, because I mean, it's not a major requirement for me to. I'm just kind of the sub for this team, so realistically, I shouldn't have to see many match days other than what happened last week. Especially because activation is different than like the regular season. In activation, you can't reschedule the matches to a different day. It can only be rescheduled to like a different time in the night. And the matches for last week were already scheduled for like 9 and 10 p or 8 and 8:15 or something, and like 9:10 or something. So
It was late enough as it was. Nobody really wanted to stay up any later. It couldn't.
yeah, it just wasn't gonna work to wait for Dave to get back. So I did have to step in for those. So we wouldn't forfeit. We did a team vote earlier in the week last week to determine if we even wanted to play in them. The only vote for no was myself, and that was because I don't play the game.
Unfortunately, I think you lost that vote.
Oh, no, yeah. Even Dave voted to continue to play. I mean, I didn't have a problem.
5v1.
I didn't have a problem with it, obviously. It's just I'm not used to it. I probably will play a little bit at least during the course of the season, but I don't really have much of a need to. As you'll see me here on the desk, not only for this, but also for our Rocket League, possibly Halo if we end up running streams for Halo. Depends on what happens there, but I likely will still be the captain and still have to play for that team. We'll see. Call of Duty, as we saw on Saturday. Valorant, as we saw yesterday, and then Overwatch, which doesn't play this week, but they will play or pick up play again next week on Wednesday. Which, speaking of the schedule, actually, I don't want to pull up the schedule because then I have to tab out, and the game it has no borderless. As Freezing Lava has just joined the game, so we are ready to start.
We do have 5 now. Hopefully it goes.
They all spammed, or
better.
one player spammed R like 30 times, and I believe we are in fact ready to start. So we are now into round number 1. As you can see, the players once again re-picking their operators. You can see the chat. Boys having a bit fun. So
it's all in good favor here. We appreciate some good luck, have fun in chat there. And some Mr. Davey stroking. It does look like we are going to see pretty similar picks from what we were originally supposed to look at. Although they are just a little bit different with that smoke and mute. I can't remember exactly what they had, but it was, again, close. We're going to see them go CCTV once again. Freezing Lava is looking to, I believe, sit up on Garage Catwalk? There's a word for that, and I can't think of it.
Catwalk is the one you're looking for.
In the meantime, we are going to see them reinforce the bottom of Garage, which is pretty normal, main wall, and we're probably going to see a little bit of bandit tricking here, along with that mute over there to keep the drones at bay while they're trying to keep the wall. In the meantime, Reliable's going to look to go Ash, Emporium switches off to Iana, and the first half starts. Some good looks for the default cams. Always good to get rid of those first. It does look like they're going to immediately open Garage door, and I'm assuming Freezing Lava is probably going to be looking at one of either Garage door or...
And Lava already going to take out that Iana drone from Emporium. Is going to be watching the push through this closed door, but the wall or the barrier under him also going to get taken out. So we'll see how Bucket and Lava decide to take this, as they could possibly find a double chow if they
It looks like
right.
Bucket's looking to keep an eye on that door, and in the meantime, Lava's going to keep...
Oh! Julian finds one. Davies gets a trade onto Lava. So up top here, Dave is going to have a solid angle onto one of these players, and Emporium looking to isolate him. As now they have 2 eyes, but fortunately still not quite enough to take him off the map as he's getting behind that wall.
It does look like Plexius is going to go down to 20 health, but instead
and
get the kill.
Dave
and
finally picking off that player up in Cat, and now LVC might look to get towards the site here as they find more control. They are currently up in lives as well. They have
it looks like it's
4v2.
up to Mute and Smoke to keep the site alive here. Ash is sitting on that catwalk that you'll see by window, and in the meantime, Smoke is going to stick on stairs, ready to throw his smokes at the breach as soon as they choose to walk in.
Things slowing down a little bit. Helker.
Good shots. It looks like they're looking to put plant down.
That could
and
be a
C4.
solid C4, and it is. Helker going to find one. Oh, that's such a long name.
Chico?
McFan Chico going to find another. So now it's a 2v2.
His official name is now McFan. That's all we got. And Helker's still watching Breach with his smokes. He does have 2 of them, so they do have pretty good denial here. It looks like Davies is looking to try and maybe peek the breach a little bit here.
You see
A
those
smoke
gas
goes
leads go
down.
out.
Reliable is almost finished with the plant, 50% of the way down.
Dave not going to hit the
Just
shots.
barely going to whiff. Reliable manages to get out into the garage, though, on very low health here.
Let's see how Dave decides to play. This is Reliable goes down now. It's a 1v2 for Dave. Will he be able to find the angle? Just 28 seconds left on the diffuser. Makes it a 1v1, but Helker going to take the round, and a great trade from Helker.
Despite being down initially, they brought it back extremely well. With those two hard anchor ops, it was a perfect scenario for them, and it was extremely well played.
And LVC going to drop in that round. A good play to get into the site, and had a solid start to the round, but slowly but surely went downhill, and going to give UWin the first round win of the game. As now they look to find another hold here over.
Looks like we're going to have pretty much actually all different ops. From the defensive side of things, we're going to bring out Solus along with Rook, Thunderbird, Echo, and Pulse. So they really are looking to just kind of get as many kills as they can from people they're spotting with that Solus, and that the Solus, Echo, and Pulse is where they're going to get their information from. We're probably going to see a lot of wall bangs this round, or at least attempts to it. And in the meantime, Emporium is going to switch over to IQ. A little bit of a defense against that, but not too hard. And Plexios we're going to see on Dokkaebi, which I'm sure he's happy to be playing since he doesn't seem to stop talking about it.
Especially with the DMR. I'm not really sure why, but he has really been adamant on using the DMR.
It does quite a lot of damage, and the scope is very nice for it, so I can understand why he enjoys playing it. It does look like the 4 of them, or I guess the 3 of them with Thunderbird off-site, are going to be mainly playing site. In the meantime, Pulse is going to be looking at that kitchen, waiting for possibly Plexios to hop in, or anyone else with a C4 here. In the meantime, Solus is looking for another person if they can find any, but it doesn't look like they really see anyone except for some drones.
McFan Chico going to be roaming over towards the pool table. Julian's going to pick up the first blood there onto Plexios.
It does look like Emporium is pretty close to finding the Solus, but they're just barely evading each other here.
Emporium looking to get up through the stairs. See
and a spot.
But McFan going to find Emporium.
It took a while there. I'm pretty sure I could see him, and I was pretty sure he could see him, and I wasn't sure if he was going to get off his sensor there for a second.
He does manage to find the kills there, though, as now push from LVC, slowed down significantly. Dave has a one-on-one here with Julian. Puts a lot of damage down, but also takes a lot himself and gets pushed out by Julian. Now it's a 2v5, and UWin getting a bit aggressive here.
Reliable is still outside, and the Senate is looking to play kitchen here. He might be able to find someone.
Reliable has to work with the Senate to see if they can break through, but this would be a huge round.
Fortunately, it doesn't look like he knows where he wants to go here.
Reliable going to get shot through the wall there. Likely a foothole or
footholes, and I'm also, I think that was Solus, so I believe they were also looking on their scanner.
And Julian finds another kill. This one on the Reliable with the C4. Senate all by his lonesome in the 1v5, and only 45 seconds left, so it's going to be another round of UWin as the Senate gets a good flick onto the head of McFan Chico.
Looking to just try and get picks now, even up the score. Hopefully, ooh.
Gonna get a spot on the bomb site, but obviously they already knew where it was. And finally, the Senate gonna fall there. So now 2-0 lead for Windsor. LVC still looking to find their first, get their first on the board.
This is definitely a hard map to attack on, and LVC isn't its finest on attack. So I'm sure we'll see it a little bit switched up on defense, and hopefully they'll grab some rounds on offense just as well.
Looks like we're going to see a hold onto the second floor here for the side of UWin.
Does look like Reliable, actually, sorry, is going to pull out the Lion, and Plexios is going to pull out Knock, who used to be extremely high in rotation when it comes to operators played. It's gone down quite a bit due to the recoil they added to her gun, but it doesn't look like Plexios is going to care right now.
We're also going to see a Mira pick from McMahon. Usually we see her get banned or
ignored.
Not picked, yeah. So
she's an absolutely fabulous operator, though, and especially on the site, you can put that Mira in bathroom, which is what you can see they did. Use that other half of the wall to shoot at breach as soon as it's open, because you're going to see those bandit batteries placed, but they're not looking to trick here. Not bandit batteries.
I was going to say, they actually don't have
sorry.
But yeah, the mute jammer, so similar things, but not quite the same. Not quite the same as we head into round number 3 now as the action phase gets started.
It does also look like they're looking to extend into cash here and construction, a pretty common play, but they're ready to back out if needed. As you can see, once again, that Mira over by the office. In the meantime, Plexios is making his way down in the basement. Maybe looking to clear out any roamers that are just wandering a little too far from site here. It does look like in the meantime, Reliable and the Senate are looking to open up this wall. 2 people are sitting right next to it.
Senate just waiting to take out this wall, or at least a small hole of that wall, that reinforcement.
Does look like wall has opened here.
And first blood going to get drawn by UWin again with that C4. Good toss there, and Senate going to be off the map as Plexios evens it here with a pick onto Julian.
I believe he was hunting him as well.
And Dave finds one. Reliable just not peeking far enough to spot out that player up top, but obviously not going to have the information we have. It's Dave.
Looks like Davies and Emporium are looking to take construction here. They have made their way through cash. Unfortunately, I do believe, yeah, they are ready for another C4 kill here. Well prepared.
Depends what timing McFan gets, as there are also players above them. Freezing, going to be leading along as well. Bucket going to be using the other Mira window. Sure no one peeks through there, and Freezing with some good shots onto Dave, and now a 3v3, just 50 seconds left in the round. The line scan coming out from Reliable. Let's see if they can give themselves some spacing here. But they're going to need to start making a move here soon as time slowly starting to dwindle down. Freezing Lava going to be waiting over here. And
very concerned about that hatch, which is a little interesting.
Fanchico gets naded.
He's going to get pushed out there, yeah.
But very weak. Plexios takes down Lava. Now the execute is coming in as Plexios finds a third. Now a 1v3 for Bucket. Bucket at least downs Reliable, but Emporium going to get the pick off, and that'll be the round for LVC.
A good trade there. Refrags in clutch, and like you said, round 1 for LVC. They are going to get some offense in here. Hopefully they can get some more frags in, a little bit more than a 4 or 5v1 that we saw earlier. And in the meantime, UWin is looking to go second floor CCTV and cash once again.
They had success there in the first round of the game. They did manage to end up bringing it down to a 1v1. It was a 2v1, but Dave did get the first pick, and then forget who it was at the end of that first round, but they managed to win it, and they got that defuse on the diffuser.
It was either Helker or
I think it was Helker.
McFan.
I think it was Helker that got that one.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Because I think Smoke went across first, and I believe that was McFan who was playing Smoke. In the meantime, they're using pretty much the same site setup. You're going to see Azamis on the top of garage, and also they've reinforced both walls in garage, main wall, and are looking to extend a little bit into construction, but not too far. Maybe just to get that wall there. In the meantime, we aren't going to see the Solus that we saw from earlier rounds, so maybe they're playing a little bit more passive.
We see a Legion here as well for the side if you win. Really would have some utility on this site here. Dave gonna place down the Claymore.
It does look like they're trying the bandit trick here.
Gonna see the Senate look to put some haste on this.
It does look like the bandit is gonna get that down, but not before at least one hole is poked there. Just enough advantage to push the player in garage, which is gonna be Buckethead over here. Does look like those ADSs were doing him pretty
he gets
good.
double flashed. See if he can at least keep himself alive for the moment, but he may be in a dangerous position here soon. Still 5v5 though, and no real major damage coming in just yet. Still a minute 40.
Does look like they're not looking to push too hard. Plexios is in pretty hard.
Bucket gonna pick up Emporium, but now Plexios may get the flick, but just a little bit off, and we saw a couple fixes that player's head anyways, so Bucket Hat still gonna be alive up top, and Plexios doing a great job of keeping himself up down here in garage, just continuing to watch his pinch and seeing if he can pick off Bucket Hat in the meantime. As that pick gonna come in from Reliable now, a 2v4.
Once again, it is left to McFan and Helker, only this time McFan is not playing smoke, so we're gonna see maybe a diffuser down. Once again, a little bit easier. Oh, it does look like he's gonna get spotted on
McFan has a good angle, just trying to pick up his teammate's pinch, and he managed to find it, so at least a more manageable round here, 2v3. As McFan decides to drop down, diffuser goes down for just a second. C4 comes in, not gonna hit. Nade, though, going to do some damage to the Senate. And the Senate gonna fall after getting that or no, that diffuser doesn't get planted.
Just barely in time there. We are gonna see McFan rotate out here. Helker goes down, and he's the only one left here on Legion.
McFan
see
Chico
the
just
long
trying to
rotate.
sprint as fast as he can to this site. Now, gonna see that diffuser gets planted, see if he can get anyone close, but gonna get a spot there on to Dave.
Unfortunately, I don't think he did any damage.
He didn't, I don't think he did. I believe Dave already had that damage onto him, so now he's gonna have to clutch out the 2v1, but this is gonna be a tough one.
Perfect positioning from both Plexios and Davies.
Headshot right there onto McFan as he closes off the round and evens out the scoreboard. Now into round number 5. LVC going to look to take a third round here, and just 2 more rounds left in this first half, and LVC managing to bring it back.
It is looking pretty good for them as they do have the momentum here. In the meantime, UWin's going to try a little bit of a different strat, going Basement, Church, and Arsenal. A pretty good site. They are going to bring a Vigil, an Echo, Thunderbird, Jaeger, and Pulse. All pretty good ops for that site. I'm surprised to see no hatch denial, but we'll see how they play it. It does look like they're going to at least partially reinforce triple wall over here, and we'll see if they make the rotate into oil pit like we normally see.
We're also going to see a Vigil here from Helker, so interesting pick. You don't see him picked insanely often, not useless op by any means, but
it does look like, I believe he went to go reinforce dirt, but he could be getting hatches. Looks like he went to reinforce dirt, and Pulse decided to get hatches for the team. They're definitely going to be looking to play under that kitchen floor again and possibly get another C4 kill if they're able to. In the meantime, McFan is up in garage, and Davies took quite a bit of damage there.
Dave gets put pretty weak, about half health here. Is
Right off spawn.
those players going to move away for the side of UN, so nothing too crazy there. Is we're now going to see if LVC can break through the additional wall there. Is Helker roaming about up top. Freezing Lava, just trying to spot anything he can with that pulse device, but doesn't see anything just yet as none of the LVC players are in the building.
Does look like Julian's roaming up here, just looking for anything, which, as they aren't in the building, they're not going to get much. But Emporium might have a shot here on Vigil.
Decides to turn away, though, so he's going to be by himself over here for just a moment. As Plexios falls to Julian.
Up on 3rd floor.
See if LVC can respond.
Looks like Vigil dropped or at least completely rotated out. So the only one they have hard roaming is now Julian, who is in pretty good health as he hasn't taken any damage yet and has already taken a frag for UN to be ahead here. Looks like everyone's traveling as a team here.
Emporium looking to get back to his teammates all the way across the map there. Line scan going in from Reliable. And the swing of the hammer from Dave. Going to allow the players of LVC to get on in as they look to just fly onto the site. Needs it going in, but they're just going to get taken out.
Oh.
McFan going to find the first onto Emporium. So now a 3v5, 2v5 now for LVC as this just ends up being a kill haul for LVC. Reliable gets one, but that's going to be it. Third round in the hands.
With Julian there.
Third round in the hands of UN as they manage to pin all of the players of LVC into that hallway, and going to be a tough one.
Yeah, Oil Pit Rush through there is a little bit of like a cattle chute where it just gets smaller and smaller and you pack together like rats. I'm not sure that was the best play there.
I believe they were starting to run low on time as well, though, as they did take a lot of time on the outside of the building. So we'll see if they can bring it back to a tied game to end off the first half.
It does look like UN's going to be going 2nd floor CCTV and cash, if I could talk. And their operators are going to be pretty similar to as what they've played recently. They are going to have that wall reinforced. I'm sure they'll have someone playing up on rafters in garage since they do have that Azami there. And Jaeger will, of course, put his down as well, his utility down as well. They're reinforcing pretty much everything, so it's mostly the same site setup, only for McFan we're going to see a Wamai instead of a smoke. And hopefully that works out well for him, get rid of some of those nades and flashes since they did tend to overwhelm Bucket when he was in garage. In the meantime, Julian looks like he's on the roll with at least one drone that he managed to get in prep phase.
So yeah,
being quite wary of some spawn peaks over here and of garage as well. It looks like Emporium's looking to get in there with his drone, and the Senate's going to put down a Claymore as well just to keep those runouts to a minimum. In the meantime, Mozzie is right on the top of Oil Pit stairs, and it looks like I think Mai as well. Nope. Freezing Lava, my bad, is in the stock room waiting for someone or anyone to come in.
So we see Emporium with that Iona drone, just trying to find something. The Senate
does look like they're gonna get wall open here. I believe that was a C4 that they just missed, but managed to get the util off the wall. Holding a pretty tight angle here. Might manage to get one unless the Senate managed to get his throwdown without actually viewing. Some shots fired, but no damage taken by anyone.
There's Lava now, still kind of just roaming about, seeing if find anything out on the almost middle of nowhere. But
Oh,
we'll see Dave get a good angle onto Bucket. Bucket's been playing that spot fairly often, as every time they're on the site, we do see him take that position. He gets picked off
we are
early
going to
this
see
time.
Plexios go down to Freezing Lava, who was roaming down below in stock we saw earlier. And Emporium's going to take quite a bit of damage as well.
Takes down
Playing
Freezing
from
Lava, though,
Garaja.
and trades are going in.
Reliable comes in with Helker, but Helker takes out the Senate, and it's suddenly a 2v3. Julian's playing in the bottom, trying to get rid of that Azami, and looks like McFan is just waiting for the breach to open up here.
Emporium is a bit weak. McFan just still on this bomb site. Julian going to take down Dave, though. Julian's still at full health. Both of these players actually have UN still on full health. Is Reliable trying to watch over these players, but a fantastic shot from McFan.
Emporium is extremely low, and it is a 1v2. He's going to have to pull some out of thin air here.
And he gets the first, but he gets pinched, and that's going to be it. The first half going to go the way of UN, up 4-2. Still a very close game here, though. As we head into the second half, LVC now going to pick up the defense. Let's see what they are able to do here.
It looks like, on the other hand, LVC is going to go second. Oh, nope, they went second floor CCTV. They're also going to go with that as their first pick for site. Strong site there, but they're going to bring a Kaid instead of a Bandit, which we saw a lot from UWin. In the other words, UWin's also going to bring a Thermite instead of Ace, which we saw the Senate playing pretty confidently and generally pretty well. We do see that Azami as well, so I'm sure we'll see some Rafters plays from LVC, a little bit of Mirror there, and Emporium is also reinforcing lower garage. Anything else new is we might see Plexios will probably be roaming on Thunderbird, and they'll have those heals in sight for whoever chooses to anchor. I believe Reliable might be playing Rafters eventually, and I'm sure the Senate will be on site. In the meantime, Emporium and I'm pretty sure Plexios will be roaming while Davies is just wandering around somewhere. Maybe playing Rafters here. In the meantime, on the side of Fanshawe, or on the side of UWin, who I keep wanting to call Fanshawe for the life of me, they're watching out for spawn peaks, which LVC isn't really famous for, but UWin did try very hard for those spawn peaks, so I can see why they're a little weary of it. In the meantime, they did bring a Capital and a Zofia, along with an Oso, which, as we all know, LVC hates with pretty much every fiber of their being.
They tend to ban Osa a lot as well. They haven't been in the season as much, but they certainly did a lot last semester, so we'll see if they
I
can.
believe she got a little nerfed.
I think so. Is McFan Chico gonna find? Believe that is
Davies on
Dave.
Rafters. Probably gonna
look to hit this with the flame arrow.
Yeah.
If it can. Maybe not.
Good slice from him, eliminating a little bit of block there. In the meantime, Helker is going to take out Emporium, who is roaming below, and Mr. Davies is going to be brought down to very low health. And almost.
HP. And now he's going to get downed, and he will fall to that Capital arrow. Good play from McFan Chico. Now UWin slowly but surely crawling their way onto the site.
In the meantime, left is Reliable on red stairs, and the Senate in sight to deny the plan.
Plexios at least able to take down one, 3v4. Reliable has a good angle here, but not going to hit the shots.
Plexios taking out another, and the Senate with the C4.
And Reliable shots finally connecting enough. And now it's a 2v1 for Reliable and Plexios.
What a turn of events here. It's down to Julian with diffuser not planted.
And Reliable gonna win
gonna
that.
Get the clutch.
Reliable gonna win that one-on-one at the end there. As Plexios was on the other side of the map, so could have been a bit of more scary of a situation there for LVC. As
it's good to see him really kind of starting to fit into his skin and his team, if that makes any sense. I'm sure there's some type of phrase I'm looking for, but I can't remember, of course. But
Find his bearings, maybe.
something around there.
As we
Grow
see,
into himself, I guess.
LVC gonna go towards that basement side.
We are gonna see Plexios on Solus for this round, Davies on Malusi, and we're gonna see a little bit of a trap operator with Emporium running Frost, and then of course the Senate's on Kaid. On the other side of things, Capitao is going to be brought once again, which did Freezing Lava, or I'm not sure if he was Capitao last round, but it did Yuwin pretty good work there with the fire arrows and the smokes, which they used to enter site. Unfortunately, it didn't work out when they entered, but in the meantime, they're also going to bring Finka, which is a pretty abnormal pick at this moment. She got nerfed pretty hard, especially with the spear, so it's a little odd to see her played, but her pickup is still really good. Other than that, they do have a gridlock for flank watch, a Zofia, and a Habana to open up those hatches above. It looks like they're not gonna, it does look like they're going to be pushing a little bit straight through tunnel here, through dirt, as they do choose to open it up. I'm sure we'll see some people pushing through there and a couple pushing through oil pit. In the meantime, Finka is watching for any type of spawn peaks.
Plexios managed to find Julian, and he's going to hop outside and take down a second. McFan Chico going to fall to Plexios as well. Already 2 kills in the round for LVC, looking to tie this one up at 4 apiece, and good start from Plexios. Almost may have sights on the third. Decides to back one out, probably wisely so at that.
Freezing
P90.
takes out the Senate, though. It does look like they've got pretty good eyes on dirt here. Reliable is looking to keep dirt held still, and Davies is now watching it. Plexios takes out a third, bringing it down to a 2v4.
Plexios having a huge round here. And he's just finding every kill in whatever way he wants.
Fortunately, Diffuser isn't left anywhere, but it does look like they're both going to push dirt here, try to team up, maybe make their way into, I believe, B site, and probably get plant down if they can get eyes on this Jaeger. It looks like they're going to spot the Malusi and get some shots on Reliable here, but unfortunately their drone gets taken out. They do have 3 drones left, though, so they have plenty of calls if they need.
Now
They're
we're
going to
seeing
full
Lava.
smoke.
Bro.
Davis is going to take quite a bit of damage, but
Takes
clutch
down
the round
2.
with a 2K.
And great hold there from LVC. Obviously, the rest of the LVC team doesn't really have to do much, as Plexi was just kind of doing his thing, running around, finding every kill he needed to. As we see him do that a lot. As
He tends to be a little bit of a maniac sometimes.
it's a big thing for Plexios there, so we'll see.
I believe the words he likes to use is "let's get greasy with it."
I think that's, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the term he uses a fair bit. So we'll see them take the round number 8, and now it's all tied again, this time at 4 apiece.
In the meantime, they are going to be forced to go bedroom, which I don't believe Yuwin had to go any singular time they were on defense. Yuwin is going to bring in Osa. Once again, that Zof and IQ as well. Also looking up opening that that hallway wall, which I would like to call gym wall, but it's not. In the meantime, LVC isn't choosing to go too far from their roots here. Emporium is playing Castle, which we see a strat on this site we see it quite a lot. We are going to see those footholds between the 2 sites, just in case B plant does go down, and Reliable is on Jaeger, which stops a fair amount of grenades. In the meantime, let's see what Bucket, my bad. What? Oh, it looks like there's some lag there. I'm not sure if that's us or them.
I
think
would
it
say
might be
go
them.
to another player, because I think it's Bucket there lagging. Looks like.
I would say so too.
That's definitely on Bucket's end, so hopefully he doesn't have to deal with that for too long. As looks like he's just gonna power through. He's on the thermite, so we'll see if he can continue to get things going.
I mean, as Thermite,
Can move.
your role is to get your charges down. So as long as he can do that,
Oh, he is not having a good time.
if he can manage to do that with such bad like lag, we'll take a look. Oh, 200 ping there. I can see why that's a little bit of an issue here. In the meantime, Reliable is going to be playing over in CCTV/cache, just trying to hold that.
Bucket.
Flexios has wandered over there as well.
Bucket manages to get at least a charge down, so he's at least able to do
his job.
do something. But it looks like he's back now. He's not going to be dealing with any more lag, so Plexios almost finds the head of one player. Not quite, though, as the C4 going to down Julian. I believe that was Davis with that C4.
It does look like he dropped for the safe res here, right in front of the
But he's going to be very, very weak, so we'll see Julian. If Julian can have an impact on the round, or...
Helker also took some damage there, and it does look like they're starting to group up over near Gym Bed. In the meantime, Plexios is holding his ground, waiting for... Looks like Zofia.
Now sees shots ringing out, so certainly going to continue to watch them. Maybe be able to find one fan. Chico is a one-on-one there. Not going to end anyone falling
Plexios
just
is
yet.
going to take damage all the way down to like almost 20 health.
Ooh, not going to be able to have the angle. That wall is fully sealed up as Plexios now in a bad spot. Just has to try and stay alive here as best he can. Is McFan Chico going to find Plexios, and Freezing Lava gets the first blood there on Dave. Now it's down to Reliable, the Senate, and Emporium. The Senate going to at least bring it to a 3v4. And Emporium spots another, and Reliable gets a kill too. So all the players left of LVC finding a kill when they need to. 2v3 situation, and LVC in a good spot. 15 seconds left. These
Julian's
players
on pretty low health here.
These players of UN going to need to just fly in, and the Helker gets the angle onto
here.
Emporium.
They do see Kaid.
Behind the wall, gets
They're
down.
gonna get the kill. It's up to Reliable.
But now the plant just has to go down, and Reliable just trying to get shots. I don't know if that's wall bangable, buddy. And he gets the first kill into Julian. Now just trying to find the second one-on-one for Reliable. Has to play the diffuser. Tries to bait it out, see if he can.
As a Valorant player, I did expect that a little bit.
Does not get the shots down range, and the 2v4 there for UN. Works
what a comeback there.
Works well in their favor. Just as they just burst onto the site and managed to play off the chaos well, and that's going to put them 2 away from taking this map and closing out their activation with a win.
I don't know about you, but that round was really back and forth there for a while. It did seem like at first UN had the advantage, and then LVC did, and then suddenly UN was winning.
We are now heading into round number 10. We'll see. I believe that was a 0 pick for UN. Obviously, I think still can change if they want, but may very well stick with this one. As
the Capitao is definitely going to be helpful for that Rafters. We're going to see Thermite and Thatcher clean up the wall there. And I'm sure the Zofia and the Zero will be looking to roam out a little bit more and maybe clear out Plexios and Emporium, as they generally are the heavy roamers of the squad here. It doesn't look like LVC is changing much up. They do have Emporium on Mozzie, though, try and get some extra cams. And in the meantime, Julian is going to switch off to Osa. We'll have to see what happens this round. Looks like they're not really too scared of spawn peaks right now. Are definitely checking the default cams, always good. Claymore's down, looking to open up garage walls, get a look up on Rafters on the left side, hoping to isolate anyone who might be playing up there.
Reliable going to be into an engagement here in a second, perhaps, as see Dave going to look through that garage door.
It does look
Plexio's
like
going to fall already.
Reliable took some damage from the drone hole, though, as well. quite an advantage for LVC here. Or UN, my bad.
Dave just trying to stay alive, but also deny these players from getting through Barrage, and he gets caught looking at the door. Helker gonna get the pinch, and now it's all down to Reliable, Senate, and Emporium in this round.
Emporium might be able to catch some of these people in Garage here, but first he's gonna spot the Zoph.
He just finds the
And
second
he'll get
as
the
well.
second
Huge kills for Emporium.
3v3, and it looks like, oh!
And the Claymore gonna get the best of Emporium. Now it's down to the Senate and Reliable. 2v3. Emporium has at least made the odds a bit more in their favor. Not by a lot, but at least a little bit. As now UN looking to get onto the site, get that diffuser down. Smoke comes through for UN. Reliable just trying not to get shot through it. As now LVC just trying to get some shots down range, but they're not going their way. As
unfortunately, it looks like they're gonna have to fight this one from. Yep, they're looking to hold that that window, and of course platform as well. Reliable is gonna get taken out by the Osa, and it looks like the Senate's looking to maybe get some shots here.
Now 1v3 for the Senate.
He is full health, and the Thermite is pretty low.
Spots the diffuser, trying to get a really good angle onto it, but
unfortunately,
that plan is perfect. So there's just no way he's able to get that diffuse from a sneaky angle.
Maybe it was very close, though.
Maybe if he like crawled, but even then, I think he still would have been caught. So
his head would have been out.
So unfortunately for LVC, they are now they're going to need to win 4 straight if they want to take this game. So
4.
they need to win 4 straight if they want to take this game. So we'll see what they are able to do. Now going into round 11.
It looks like they're going to go basement, which was pretty good for them earlier, so hopefully it'll do them well again. In the meantime, UN's looking for some similar strats. Capitao is doing them quite a bit of damage and extremely well on offense. They know how to play them, and they know how to play them well. It does look like the Senate's probably going to be looking to get a couple of those hatches, just keep everybody off it if they can. Hibana's being brought as well. And Solus, I believe, will probably be watching Kitchen a little. Maybe not a lot. Possibly to stop them from entering there. In the meantime, a lot of people are off-site at the moment. We really only see Davies, Emporium, and Reliable, which isn't the normal combo you see bunkering down here. It looks like UN has spawned quite a bit far away from each other, and they are looking to open up this dirt and probably push it like they did last time. Unfortunately, I don't think it really worked out for them before, but maybe they'll have better luck. In the meantime, Plexios is on 2nd floor looking to get anyone who might wander around. Looks like Julian and Plexios are kind of looking for each other here.
Julian on the roof just trying to spot out as much utility as he can. Plexios going to be tucked away, and Dave going to be behind the bomb. Let's see if LVC are able to find something early. Still so much utility being spotted out there by Julian.
Does look like Helkers is making his way in dirt and spots the Mozzie. Is that a Mozzie? No, it's not a Mozzie drone. Which is pointing out the
it's pointing at the Legion mine.
An interesting point. Important, but interesting. I'm wondering if Reliable here is going to get caught on cams.
Where is he? Where is he sitting currently?
That's a great question. I would tell you, but I can't tell.
Yeah, I actually cannot see him, so I don't know. But
oh, he's sitting over by Oil Pit behind
okay.
Shield. In the meantime, Freezing Lava is looking to make his way through dirt. Ayana is clearing out through the second part of Oil Pit. And Julian is watching for any type of flank that might happen on first floor currently. Trying to make sure nothing gets cleared out too much there. In the meantime, Plexios is wandering around upstairs still.
Finds
The
that
Senate.
Claymore to
Ooh.
nade, or to take out, but Julian on the other side gonna find the Senate. So now LVC not starting off too well.
Reliable coming off with a kill, and so is Plexios, leaving it to a 3v4.
LVC have had some trouble in these situations this map, but we're gonna see if they can manage to hold on this time around, and it's looking that way as now it's all down to Julian in a 1v4, and that'll be a round for LVC. Now only down by a round, looking to force the overtime. Good work from LVC as we are now heading to round number 12.
It does look like they're going to use a timeout.
All right, we get a timeout here, and see the stats of this map. You can see Plexios, Julian, or Plexios and Julian having a major battle here. 14-6 from Plexios, 14-7 from Julian. Both at around the same, I believe that first, is that first stat damage? Because that's what I, no, this one. That's what it looks like damage to me, but it could be wrong. I don't know.
So this is
Or is
just
that
your general
score?
points. Yeah,
Okay.
so whenever you put down util, use util,
Score, then
spot,
looking
yeah.
similar for the two. I'm used to it being like Call of Duty or like Valorant, where it shows your, or not Valorant, sorry, we're more like Call of Duty, where it shows your damage as one of your primary stats. But obviously, I don't think that's insanely important in this one. So you can see on the scoreboard there, only 4 more total rounds possible. Time out. Going to come to a close here.
On other notes, it does look like Davies to Reliable are pretty even, and there's a little bit of a gap between Helker and Freezing, but it's not too far, so can really see where it's coming in clutch here. I think actually LVC might have more kills here, although they are losing, which is interesting. That's a little abnormal. Fortunately, there's some impactless frags going on over here. In the meantime, Lebanon Valley has decided to go CCTV and cash again, and it looks like they're running with their normal stack, so we're going to see the general setup that we've been seeing so far. Reinforcing garage, playing rafters. We'll see Davies up there, I'm sure, as a zombie. And on the other side, we're also going to see the normal stack for them. Thermite, Zofia, Osa, Capitao, and Thatcher. Don't change what's not broken. So we'll see who it goes in favor of. This could be the end of the game, or it could be leading to a lot more rounds.
We'll see as we get into it. LVC have done a great job of at least holding on so far in this map. They have been down by 2 rounds a few separate times, but they've managed to bring it back each time. So we'll see if they can get themselves a lead and get themselves a victory.
I think the play we're going to be looking at here is an opening of wall, and then Capitao is going to make his way over to the other side and probably try and clear out Davies, as Davies is the one playing rafters here. A little bit of damage taken from Thermite, I believe from his own util there. Davies setting up, trying to make sure that he's not being shot from the opening. They can see his shadow though. It looks like
gonna spot that drone and it's gonna get taken out there.
Another Mozzie still. In the meantime, Helker gets taken out by Plexios, who appears to be making his way around, just trying to clear out anybody who's not where they should be.
McFan Chico taking some damage in this one-on-one with Dave, and Dave going to get the peak and win. Now 5v3, LVC in a good position right now to send this to an overtime, but Dave going to fall to freezing, so at least
a good shot from him too. Great angle there.
A winnable spot here for the side of UWin to close it out before we see overtime, but
does look like Julian's looking to get some shots through the wall there, and the Senate does take some damage, but it's not super significant.
Plexios just hops out the window there, takes out Julian, shoots him right in the back. He is having another heater of a map. We see this a lot from this man, and you can see why is Julian says, I fat-fingered my cam, so unfortunately that's going to cost him. One fatal fall going to cost him his life in that. Freezing lava, just holding the garage door, but players of LVC don't need to move here as they have good control of site, and they have the sight lines they need. 35 seconds left. Bucket going to start moving his way onto site. Reliable gets some good shots down range, and now Bucket just has to fly on, and it's going to be Plexios getting the other kill. Three, I believe, in the round for Plexios there. Or two, it might have been two.
I'm not even sure how he could see that person. I'm not going to lie.
But now it's going to head over to an overtime. Win by 2, or actually, yeah, I think it's win by 2, right?
By 2.
Yeah, so we'll see it at maximum 3 rounds, I think, because it does eventually just cap, if I remember correctly. I don't really... The competitive rules of Siege confuse me, to be quite honest.
I haven't seen people go to anything insane.
Yeah. The competitive
So
rules to Siege confuse me because it's like sometimes like this thing happens, but like in any other game it just wouldn't. So I don't know. We'll figure that out as we go through. But
normally in normal ranked they cap out at
4 or 5.
At 5.
Yeah.
But you see the switch sides at 3 rounds, I believe.
Yeah, because you only have to win 4 in ranked, and it's 7 in comp. So
it's still that 2 differential. So if you're 4-4, whoever wins next is whoever wins. But I do believe we have just the overtime win by 2 rule here. In the meantime, it does look like UWin's pretty much going to be running the same thing. The only difference being they're bringing a Nomad for that flank, and for any windows that I'm assuming Plexios is going to pop out of. So a little bit of a target there, but honestly, it's understandable. In the meantime, LVC brought the same in lineup and are able to go CCTV once again because of the overtime. In the meantime, Emporium's immediately going to get a pick from a spawn peek, which
he hasn't been having a great
hasn't been looking at.
Oh wait, that's the Senate. I was not looking at Emporium stats. I was looking at the Senate. Emporium's been doing all right. He's 8-8 now, so he's been
Julian
doing okay.
going down to Plexios.
Flies through, finds Julian. Now he's almost at 20. Map is Helker looking to find a wall to put that thermite charge on. Helker gets some damage down onto Plexios though, so gonna back him on up.
It does look like in the meantime, Bucket might look to go stock here while Freezing holds the breach. And Helker is still holding construction. In the meantime, Plexios has made his way all the way down to the basement with Emporium. Davies is still on catwalk here. And Reliable's just chilling on cams.
Now things have come to a halt here in the round. Still a minute 42 left, so
plenty of time.
Still time for UWin to come up with a play and see if they can bring this round out.
I do believe LVC is going to play a little bit more passive now that they've gotten those first 2 picks, just purely out of the fact that they cannot risk to lose it all here, especially with such an advantage that they have. It's really not worth it to just play overly aggressive.
And the shot from Helker almost takes off the head of Dave, just barely missing, but that is a really tight angle to try and hit as he does finally take some damage, but we'll see how much.
Interesting choice there to block that off. I believe he'll, I mean, as soon as they start to plant, he'll look through that corner there. But if they're holding it, it's going to be a tight angle. In the meantime, Bucket and Helker. Oh.
Now, Helker and Freezing going to be on site.
In sight.
And Freezing in sight by himself right now, but the trade's coming through, so LVC can just afford to trade this out all down to Helker. Can he find the kills he needs? Gets the Senate down and gets the flick onto Dave, but it's not going to matter. Reliable taking him down. and putting
Bringing us
LVC on
into
match point.
overtime.
They will be on the attack now, so we'll see if they can put 2-2 in a row. As you can see on the scoreboard there, they've managed to win the last 3 rounds.
It does look like it. It does look like it caps out after this round. We only have one more.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, we are going to see LVC on offense here, reliable, picking up the lion, super useful. I'm sure he got asked to do that. And in the meantime, Uwin is going to go down to basement.
Yeah, it looks like Reliable going to switch off onto that buck pretty quickly. So, as they, I would imagine they recognize what site that they're going to be having to attack here. So,
yeah, freezing lava here on Pulse and McFan on Solus. So far, they're looking to roam a little bit, and of course, deny that plant with Echo with Bucket, who's not doing too hot, but at least he's got his util. That's always, even if you're not doing amazing in kills, as long as you're working what you need to in util, you're doing your job as a teammate, and that's all we really want to see.
And earlier in that timeout, I had mentioned like the Plexios and Julian kind of even for the most part when it came to the slaying and the KD, and now Plexios starting to pull away in that department. He has 18 to his name. Julian's still at 14, so we'll see if
does
Julian
look
can
like
bring it
he's
back.
kind of trying to hunt Julian here, but it looks like he might run into Rook, who I believe is sitting in bathroom,
For now,
waiting for anyone.
just playing for audio, I'd imagine there. Probably hears Plexios just stomping up that wall, or up that wall into the roof. Freezing, just trying to see if he can find any heartbeats, but not going to
No
find
one's
anything
close
just
enough
yet.
at the moment.
Cell phone's getting called, and
Emporium
gets
taking
damaged.
quite a bit of damage here. They have opened up wall, though.
Drone's going through. We'll see if they can find anything.
I don't believe anyone is playing on Garage, so
And Plexio's going to get down, and he's going to fall to that C4 from Julian
Julian's going to take quite a bit of damage from Reliable.
with the trade.
And Reliable with the pistol kill there.
Decides to, I believe he may have gotten the down first, so he was able to just kind of pull out the pistol, finish the job. If not, you still decide to run in there at that, switching to your pistols faster than reloading in some situations, and maybe that was one of them. Is you know, we see it come down to a 4v4, minute and a half in the round.
It looks like the only one left to roam is Helker here, as Julian has been taken out, and that is their main roamer. But they're slowly surrounding him here.
And Helker going to take out that drone. Going to be huge
Reliable
information.
taking some damage from the C4 that was down, but not getting taken out by it.
Big information from LVC or for LVC as they take out that Iona drone. Or as that Iona drone gets taken out, and Reliable finding the kill into lava. So now LVC
It's 2 for
have an
him so
advantage.
far this round.
LVC could look to drop onto site here, but trying to do their best to clear it out. Emporium almost falls, but managed to stay alive for the time being. Helker still going to be sitting here over towards bar. He's just trying to get wall bangs, and he hits
Reliable
Reliable.
taking some
But
damage.
Reliable still just running around getting kills. That's on his third in the round. Make that 4. Looking for the ace maybe in the final, what could be the final round of the game. And Helker going to get down. Dave going to take that. And LVC going to win the series, or not series, but win the map and go 2-0 on the day. And LVC having a great win there.
That was a comeback.
Managed to take it into overtime.
That was 4 rounds in a row that they won to come back, which is exactly what you mentioned that they needed earlier. And they really decided that they were just going to do it.
And LVC managed to bring it back and take the map over. You win. A fantastic win for the squad over there. And certainly happy about that one as they will go to 2-2 on activation. And I'm not sure where they'll be placed, but I'd imagine they'll stay in challengers as that was a very solid U-Win squad to get a good win like that over, but they managed to compete. So
It was great to see the work from Reliable, especially as a new member of the team. He did absolutely fabulous today. Great, just absolutely great at meshing with the team. And then, of course, getting his own kills with that 4K the last round. It's looking really good for him as a new member.
Well, that is going to do it for us here tonight. We will not have anything going on tomorrow. Actually, that's normally Overwatch, but they don't have a match this week. So we will see you guys on Thursday for Smash having their first match of the season against Quinnipiac. Quinnipiac University, I believe, is what their school name is. And we will catch you guys back here for that. So that'll be it. We will see you guys back here on Thursday.